All right, so once I'm ready to start a Zoom, I've got my Zoom screen pulled up. We're going to pretend this is Spanish 3 class, so I'm going to go ahead and start the meeting and click here. And I've got some of my 5th period students who are in Spanish 3 who are going to help us so you can see what the teacher actually sees when people are in Zoom. And right away, I've got some people in the waiting room. So I can click here and I can view my waiting room. I've got Abril and Santiago in the waiting room. And see if we can get a couple more students to go into the waiting room here. You can admit them one by one, or you can click admit all, and it'll let them all at the same time. Some teachers will let them in one by one to take attendance. Some will take attendance, then click admit all. I'm going to go ahead and admit all to get them all into the room at the same time. And as I do that, I can start seeing across the top of my screen the students are coming into the room. They're muted now and they have their video off since we're just practicing. But as long as they had their video on, you would see up here their faces and you would see the audio. Do you guys want to turn your video on so we can see what that looks like? So that way I can model that for everybody. Yeah, you can see the videos coming on and everybody's muted. Couple of things that you can do with Zoom. If you want to put it into the focus mode, what happens is participants will only be able to see the host videos and shared content and videos of spotlighted participants. So I can do this, and then what happens is they're able to see me, and I'm still able to see everybody, but all they're seeing on their screen is me. Is that right, guys? You're just seeing me only? Yeah. So you can use that focus mode, and I'm going to stop the focus mode for just a second. Another thing you can do that we do quite a bit is share our screen. So if I want to share my screen, I come up here and anything that I have open I can highlight to share with them. So here's an example of a test we took yesterday, and it has the key pulled up so I could go over the example that I could show them my screen and they would be able to see what I'm seeing on the screen. And when I want to stop doing that, I would just do stop share and it'll take me back to just seeing this one. The other thing, the last thing I'll show real quickly is sometimes we do breakout rooms. So if you wanted to create a breakout room to put students into small groups, you could do that by clicking breakout rooms. I only have 4 students here, so I'm going to create just 2 breakout rooms. The computer will assign it automatically. I'm going to click create. And these are the rooms it's going to create. It's going to put these 2 students in room 1, these 2 in room 2. So if I ask them to do something, we would put in breakout rooms, let them work on that, and click open all rooms. And then it lets me know as a teacher when they've joined the room. So as they join the room, it'll show you see them leaving the main Zoom. And now they're in doing their task. If I want to go in and see what they're doing, I can join this room by clicking join room 2, yep, and then all of a sudden I'll be able to see what's happening in room 2. So I'm in here now observing in the room, see these 2 students in here, and maybe I ask them to have a 3-minute conversation about what their plans are for this weekend. So they'd be in this room doing that, and then I can leave the room when I want to. They're still going to be in the room. Go back to Zoom, get back to my main screen here. Okay, breakout room. And then let's say it's time to move on and we're ready to do something else. I'm going to close all rooms and get them all back to the main Zoom here in a second. So it gives them a little warning to close and get back to the main Zoom. And then once we do that, it tells me that everybody should be back into the main room here in just a second. So I'll X out of here. And that's how you use breakout rooms. So just a few tips on Zoom. Again, how to use breakout rooms, how to use the focus mode, and how to share your screen. Hope this helps. Thanks.